I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Pretty much the whole reason I started my niche site, Slightly Pretentious, is because I wanted to be able to stay in really fancy hotel rooms for free, which is what I'm doing here at the Park Hyatt in New York. And let's just talk about how fancy this place is. They've got the fancy coffee, they got the fancy bathtub, they got the fancy bath salts, they got the fancy bath stuff. And I feel very fancy being here. But today, that's not what we're talking about. I've had to get the corner room with the windows everywhere. It's quite nice. But today, we're talking about the 3 steps you need to take if you want to build a lifestyle business this year. 3 steps, very simple. That's all you need to do. And we're gonna walk you through exactly what that is, starting right now. Okay, actually, real quick, before we jump into the 3 things, I feel kind of obligated to tell you that it is our 11th anniversary this week of starting Location Real Academy, so that means we're doing one of the 2 promotions we do all year. We do a promotion on New Year's, we do a promotion for our anniversary, and that's it. This is honestly the best time all year to join Location Rebel Academy. So if you've been thinking about it, if you've been on the fence, if you want help going through the whole process that I'm going to outline for you here, if you want me to personally help give you advice and help walk you through that whole process, then join the Academy. You're not gonna regret it. There's a reason we have been around for 11 years, and it's because everything we teach works. People continue to have success. The community continues to be the best community on the internet for building a lifestyle business, a freelance business, a blog, what have you. So if that sounds interesting, there's a link below to check out the Academy. But if you're not interested and you just want to know the 3 steps you need to take to build a lifestyle business right now, then I won't waste your time anymore. Let's go. Step number 1, build skills. Seems pretty obvious, right? You need to have the skills to do the thing if you want to be a business, but you really have to focus on some very specific skills. So what are they? Well, for one, copywriting, learning how to be persuasive with your words, probably the most valuable thing maybe in your life you could learn how to do. You're never gonna hurt for money again if you know copywriting. Learning how to set up the basics of a website, learning the essentials of design, learning the basics of SEO, learning how to send a cold email. All of these are skills that are going to be absolutely vital to your success, whether you wanna be a blogger, whether you wanna be a freelancer, whether you wanna be an entrepreneur, no matter what you do. So, build skills. How do you build skills? You give yourself a training ground. How do you give yourself a training ground? You set up a website. You might be thinking, hey Sean, I don't want to set up a website. I don't know how to set up a website. I don't even know what my website would be about. But that's okay. It doesn't matter what it's about. It's all about the process and giving you a place to practice all of the things you're learning. So how do you learn copywriting if you don't have a place that you can start writing and start trying to be persuasive? It's pretty difficult. How do you learn SEO if you don't actually have a page that you're trying to get Google to rank in search? Pretty difficult. How do you learn the basics of design if you don't have a brand or a logo or something you need to design for? Pretty difficult. So what I recommend people do, regardless of whether or not they want to be a blogger or a freelancer or entrepreneur, whatever they want to do, I say buy a domain, get a hosting account, install WordPress. Boom. Buy a domain, get a hosting account, install WordPress. That's going to take you about 10 minutes. And once you do that, you will have a website. And then you will have your training ground. You will have your sandbox. You will be able to explore and build and create. And it's going to give you all of the skills you need to be successful in step number 2. So step 1A, build skills. Step 1B, build a training ground. So that leads us to step 2. What's step 2? Freelancing one of those skills where you excel. For most people, that's gonna be freelance writing, because chances are you already have some basic sense of how to write. You are a halfway decent writer in some capacity. And there are so many different types of freelance writing out there, whether it's B2B writing, whether it's copywriting, whether it's content writing, whether it's SEO writing. There's so many different types of freelance writing out there. That's why this is such a good starting place for most people, because it will meet you where you are. If you're already a fantastic persuasive writer, great. You can go out and start getting work right away. If you're say English is a second language and you're just kind of learning, great. You can do some really low level, not as well paying stuff, but some stuff that's gonna pay a little bit of money and give you some confidence and help you build those skills in the process. So step number 2 is freelancing, because it's gonna allow you to put all of those skills that you are learning into practice. It's gonna allow you to make money quickly, much faster than pretty much any other way on the internet. It's gonna allow you to build relationships. It's going to give you the confidence that you can succeed on your own online. Which brings us to step number 3, and that's take everything you've learned and start a business around something you are passionate about. So you might be saying, well, I thought I started a writing business. So why am I starting another business? So the writing business, step number 2, is what I call a bridge business. It may be the thing that you do from here to eternity, but there's a good chance that it's, just kind of a bridge to whatever the next thing is. Get you to the point you're making $3 to $5 grand a month. You're building the skills, you're building a little bit of income, you're building some confidence with the freelancing. Then you apply all of that to something you are more passionate about. So for me, I started doing freelance SEO, I started doing freelance writing while I was building Location Rebel. And then I took all of that stuff that I was learning with the freelancing and that income and that stability and that support, and I grew Location Rebel into a much larger business. I started Breaking 80, my golf website. Everything that I did in step 1A, 1B, 2 led to step 3 in starting that golf business, which is something that I'm super passionate about. That's the whole reason I'm in New York. I'm golfing this week. I'm hosting an event for 16 people in Rochester, of all places. The places your websites take you. Never thought it would take me to Rochester, but here we are. Or there will be. I digress. So the great thing about freelancing is you can start making money quickly, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. That's going to take the stress of having to pay the bills off of you. It's going to allow you to start step number 3, start that passion-based business and not be so stressed about money that you start making poor choices and start trying to take easy wins or shortcuts to try and make more money, which is just going to make you seem kind of shady and not build any trust with the audience you are trying to create. So freelancing is an excellent bridge. And for some people, freelancing will be the be-all end-all. You can take your freelance business to 6 figures and beyond and live an absolutely wonderful lifestyle. And it's that thing you always kind of have in the back pocket. So let's say that your passion-based business, you start your thing around video games or something, and that takes longer to grow than you expected to. You can always go back to freelancing. Once you've got those skills, it's like riding a bike. It's not like you're gonna forget how to get freelance jobs. It's not like you're gonna forget how to write. And that's why it's such an excellent thing just to have in your back pocket, regardless of what you do online. So all that to say, what do we do in Location Rebel Academy? We walk you through all of that. Step 1A, we have blueprints for SEO, for copywriting, for the basics of design, for how to set up a website. We show you how to do all of that. Step 1B, the whole setting up the website thing, we show you how to do it. But also, if you join this week, we partnered with the team at startablog.com. We will actually create a website for you. We will set up your freelance services website, so all you got to do is add some copy, add some pictures, and boom, in just a couple weeks, you are going to be good to go with an excellent freelance services website. There's a couple caveats to that. You got to set up your own Bluehost account, which for under $50 a year, you're going to get your first domain, you're going to get the hosting. It's going to be great, but that's how we're able to set up your website and take the time and work with the team at Startablog to do that. Then, as we're teaching you the skills, we're going to show you it's actually not excruciating. It's actually very smooth and very easy to digest our process for finding freelance clients and getting work very quickly. We have one of the best, if not the best curriculum for freelance writing I have ever come across on the internet. And if you apply it, it works. Simple as that. So we're going to teach you the skills. We're going to help you set up the website. We're going to teach you how to freelance. And then if you want to start your passion-based business, if you want to know how I turned Breaking 80 into a much larger business than Location Rebel, if you want to start something around something you love to do and get all the fringe benefits, like staying in fancy hotel rooms like I am for my slightly pretentious niche site, then we have our course, Make Money Blogging, which is included this week, that walks you through step-by-step exactly how to create a website like that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to teach you the skills. We're going to show you how to make money with freelancing. We're going to help you build that long-term brand around something you love to do. And we're going to have a lot of fun along the way because our community, well, it's awesome. So there you go. Links below if you want to join. No hard feelings if you don't. But if if any of this sounds interesting, the skill building, the money, the freelancing, the blogging, then you might check it out. It's honestly, it's pretty cool. I'm a little biased, but it's pretty cool. And now I literally have 36 hours in New York City. I'm gonna go see some old friends. We're gonna try and hit a couple of the top 100 cocktail bars that I haven't been to. We're gonna go just have a really good time. So with that, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.